Hey gang, it is Friday, November 20th, and I'm still gone, and I'm still wearing the same thing that I've worn in each of like the last 3 or 4 videos. Think about that. Anyway, today is Friday, and we're going to be wrapping up the week. One of the big things that you're going to do today first is in our video or in our Google Classroom today, it says story time with Canton. I would like you to enjoy that. It's about 4 minutes, and it's going to be me reading from you out of Han's book, and it's going to be reading a little story about Sweden, and it's talking about the progress that Sweden has made over time. Because again, we're really driving home and looking at this idea about how countries are progressing over time. And although a country today might be level 1, in 20, 30, 50 years, it very well could be at level 4. And so it's all about this idea of progress. So you're going to start with that story time with Canton, just to hear a little bit about how Sweden has improved over time. Then, when you're done with that, you're going to move on to the next step, and it says levels of development in Dollar Street. Open the handout below. You should have a physical copy of it. It looks like this. Okay, it looks like that, and you should have a physical copy. If not, you're going to have to do some of the work, kind of on your own separate sheet and just kind of duplicate it as best as you can. But even though you've got a physical copy, I really want you to open up the PDF, because there are links, and links don't work on paper. You can press the paper all you want, and it's not going to open the links, but the PDF itself has the link. So let's take a look at that. Levels of development and Dollar Street. What you're going to do, you're going to select one of these 4 countries. It does not matter to me which one you select. Just choose one. No one is easier or harder than the other. And you're going to circle that country. And then after you've circled it, let's say we choose Mexico. We see it's at income level 3. We see its life expectancy, infant mortality, literacy rate, GDP per capita. All of those are key measures of development that we looked at yesterday. You took some notes on it. You might want to go back and refresh your memory on those notes. You might want to have them handy if you need them. And then it says anticipate in the space below, based on what you know about the different income levels and indicators of development for your country, describe what you anticipate life to be like, look like, and feel like in that country, and give specific examples. So you might want to have handy your levels of development notes that you took yesterday as well, because you're going to be referring back to those different levels of development. And here, for example, we see Mexico is a level 3 country, so we've got the level 3 there. We've got our level 3 notes that you should have. And in that space, you would say, I think life in Mexico at a level 3 country would be, what do you think it would be, right? Based again on the indicators of development and your levels of development notes. Give me 3 or 4 specific examples about what you think life would be like for people living at that level. Then the fun part, and this truly is the fun part. I am not being sarcastic at all. Visit Dollar Street. The links on the next page will take you to your country's page in Dollar Street. Select 2 families from different ends of the spectrum on Dollar Street to read more about the family and make observations. This screencast will show you how to navigate Dollar Street and find the information. My word, gang, please watch that screencast, because it's not a hard task, but if you just start clicking links and doing things without watching the screencast, you're going to have a bad time, and you're going to have to redo things, and that's going to bum me out. So please watch that screencast. It's linked here in the PDF. It's also linked right here in our Google Classroom directions. I'm not going to explain necessarily what to do now, because that screencast will. I will say this, though. Whatever country you chose on this page, you're going to use this same country for Dollar Street. So I was talking about Mexico. I would click this link for Mexico. Don't switch countries midstream. You're going to have a bad time. But again, this screencast here that's linked will tell you what you need to do. And so those are your main tasks that you have for today, for Friday. You're going to start with story time with me. Enjoy the story. And then after that, you're going to work on that levels of development handout. Looks like that. You might want to have your 4 levels notes with you handy for while you're doing that. And then, of course, when you're done, just like yesterday, we got a vocab quiz coming up next week on Wednesday, which means your blue vocab handout is due on Wednesday, which means you probably want to spend some time today, maybe, if you got the time, working on your blue vocab handout. That's all I've got. Remember, be bold, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves. See ya.